Do you want to have thousands and thousands of gold so you'll never have to worry about gold during TBC and you can just spend all day in the arena? Yeah, me too. That's why I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours killing random shit in this game to try to acquire as much gold as possible. And in my streams lately, people ask me all the time what mobs they think they should be killing and what I would recommend. So in this video, I'm going to go over a couple mobs that I really enjoy. But before we get into that, I have to say, make sure you check your auction house before you do any of these farms. The reason I've been putting off of making a video like this is because I don't want to mislead anybody and have anybody waste their time. So be sure every single item that I tell you here, make sure you check on the auction house. But with that out of the way, let's get right into this. Starting here in Iron Tree Woods. Now, Iron Tree Woods, people are always asking me, like, what's a chill farm I can do as like a fresh 60 warrior or rogue or whatever? Everybody can do this farm. If essences of water are selling for a decent amount, which they usually are, they're used for a decent amount of things on your server, you can come out here and farm the toxic horrors, which have a decent chance to drop your essences of water. Also, you can kill these Iron Tree Stompers. They drop a reagent that's used for Argent Dawn reputation. So you have two mobs, really easy to kill, really weak, and right next to each other. Obviously, sometimes you can have competition, but if there's competition, you can head right over into Winter Spring. So, here in Winter Spring, what's really cool, I mean, as soon as you land, you can start farming the Echoes. Now, I'll have links to how to farm Echoes, which is essentially you need to get a cache of Marowai. I'll actually have links to pretty much killing 500 of everything that I mentioned in this video, but pretty much all Echoes are going to be worth something. Again, make sure you check your auction house for which one is the best for you to farm. On my server at the moment, Chillwind Echoes are going for about 6-7 gold a pop right now because of, you know, Naxxramas and the frost resistant stuff. But if the Chillwind Echoes aren't doing it for you, then you can always come over to the Winterfall village and farm the Winterfall Echoes. Now, what's really cool about farming these guys is they do have a chance to drop the Winterfall Firewater, which again is worth 10 gold on my server. So you got two awesome Echo farms, and you can do two birds with one stone with these Firewaters right next to each other. If you're having trouble finding Chillwind Echo spawns, or sorry, the Ravager spawns that drop the Chillwind Echoes, be sure to check up north here in Winter Spring, as there are just like a ton of them. So that's my favorite thing to farm in Winter Spring. Then we're going to move south a little bit down to Silithus. Now here in Silithus, there's actually three awesome things you can do, starting with the encrypted Twilight text, which drops off all of these Twilight cultist thingies. In Silithus, there's three spots that you can do, or that I like to do. That's about right here in this bottom left, and then up in the top right here is another camp. So, encrypted Twilight text is really good. It helps people cheese some reputation, so it's usually in high demand. But again, check your auction house. But if it's not, you can move up north a little bit, and you will find all of these Dust Stormers. Now, these guys drop Essences of Air, which, just like Essences of Water, are used for a bunch of useful like enchantments and stuff. And you can always find something to do here in Silithus if you're coming in between the Stormers, the Cultists, and the third thing that I'm about to show you, which I recommend to everybody. It's one of my personal favorite farms to this day. If you're looking for a chill, easy farm that I'm pretty sure is going to be worth some gold on your server, guys, you got to go for the Sandworm meat from the Dredge Strikers. They spawn all over in the north side of the map here. Sandworm meat has a decent drop rate. It's used for a great buff that people are still using to progress, or I guess just to farm Nax. At this point, you can't go wrong with Sandworm meat. It is my go-to recommendation when people are asking for farms. So, between the Twilight text, between the Essences of Air, and between the Sandworm meat, I'm sure there's something you can find in Silithus. Now, I got three more farms over in Plaguelands I want to show you, so let's head over there. So here in Western Plaguelands, I want to show you two spots, and these next three spots are all actually going to be like big ticket item farms. So you're going for one item that probably sells for a lot. So again, be sure, I sound like a broken record, but be sure to check your auction house and make sure these sell for a lot. But I am positive with this first one, it will sell for a few hundred, if not, I mean, I've never seen this thing sell for less than 600 gold. And I'm talking about the Crusader recipe, which drops from the Scarlet Spellbinders 1 paths up this road right here leading into Hearthland, but most of them can be found here in the tower leading to Hearthland. Ow. There's a bunch of mobs down here on the bottom, and even more at the top. Each one has a pretty low chance, but still a chance to drop the recipe for the Crusader formula, which, again, big ticket item. It'll probably sell for a lot. I think this is honestly one of like the most fun and coolest farms. Sure, it's difficult, but it's also really rewarding to see it drop, and it's not too difficult for most classes to solo. So, in my opinion, one of the most fun and cool farms, and if you're feeling lucky, definitely check out the Crusader recipe formula. So directly east of the Spellbinder Tower, you'll find the Weeping Cave. And in here, I recommend this farm for rogues, honestly, because I just think it's kind of cool. You can stealth around and just pick off the mobs you want. Don't worry about the Vile Slimes. What you're after in here are the Rotting Behemoths and the Decaying Horrors. So again, as a rogue, you can just kind of stealth around and pick what you want. But in here, there are like these giant... Let me see if I can find one right now without pulling too much. There you go. See, these Decaying Horrors have a chance to drop. And it's a 3% chance, so not bad. The Greater Nature Protection recipe, so be sure to check this out if you're a rogue. I think this is a kind of a fun farm. I had a lot of fun doing this back in the day for the 500 kill series, and I got one. And it sold for like 100 gold, so it might be more, it might be less on your server, but again, this is one of those big ticket item farms that I just think is super fun to throw in the mix sometimes. So I got one more big ticket farm, and then we'll wrap this video up. And last but certainly not least for this video, again, a big ticket farm item that I do think is, again, kind of favored towards rogues, but I do see warriors out here all the time. And this one's cool if you have mining too. I see a lot of rich thorium veins here, and there's a Black Lotus spawn here, I believe. But anyways, that's not what you're here for. What you're here for is the Recipe Greater Shadow Protection Potion. This thing is awesome. You can farm it off of the Dark Adepts. I gotta kill this thing real quick. You can farm it off of the Dark Adepts and the Dark Mages. Very easy. It's a 1.6 drop rate, but when I did my 500 kills on this farm area, I got a bunch of them. So totally an interesting and usually not farmed area. I mean, the sad truth is a lot of people just are not out in the world, you know, doing stuff at the moment. And you know, that's just the way it is right now, I guess. A lot of people have found more success doing things like boosting or, I don't know, player versus AH or whatever it is. So I do know that there's a big portion of the player base that still wants to go out and do stuff in the world. So hopefully this video inspired a couple people to go out and have some fun. But again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, dude, but it's true. Make sure you check the auction house prices before you do any of these farms. I don't want you to waste your time and, you know, get this recipe and it's only worth, you know, 30, 40 gold. Whereas, again, I'm positive on some servers this is between 120. So be sure you check what the prices are going for. Good luck on your farms. And I think that's going to do it all for me. So this has been a lot of fun to make. Make sure you check out the Twitch link in the description below. I've been streaming every single day the last few days, or the last few weeks actually, over on Twitch. And just doing some, you know, gold farming and GDKPs, gearing up my warrior for TBC. Basically, my goal is I want to have so much gold that I never have to farm gold again. And I think I'm at about over 30,000 right now. So I'm going to be doing giveaways and all that type of cool stuff. I'm planning a level 1 dueling tournament, but anyways, I'm really starting to ramble, guys. That's going to do it for me. If you want a part 2, let me know in the comments below. But, again, that's all. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. My name's BarakGage. Good luck on your farms. Take it easy, and I will see you guys in the next one.